Hi friends, my name is Josh, and in this piano tutorial, I will be teaching you how to play For Tonight by Giveon. Let's go! Alright, let's get started now breaking down this song step by step so that you can play it just like that. So we're going to start here by looking at the chords, and there's only going to be 3 chords in this song, so those are going to be pretty easy to remember. So our first chord here, I'm going to start by just playing the full chords here in the right hand, and our first chord is going to be F sharp minor. So we're going to have F sharp, A, and C sharp. Alright, now our next chord is going to be D major. So we're going to play D and then the same F sharp and A that we were playing before. And lastly, our final chord is going to be A major. So A, C sharp, and E. Now you probably don't notice me playing these F sharp minor, D, and A chords throughout the song, but we really are playing those, but kind of in a broken down form. So what you see here is F sharp, A, C sharp. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be leaving out the 5th here, so we're just going to be playing the 1st and the 3rd, and then we're going to take the 1st here, the F sharp, and move it down here. So we have F sharp and A here. Then we'll do the same for the D chord. Just take the 1st and the 3rd, leave out the 5th, and then the same for the A chord. Leave out the 5th, and then play the 1st down below. So altogether we have F sharp minor, D, and A. And now you can kind of see how those chords are fitting into this song. Alright, so hopefully you start to understand those chords. Let's get started now by looking at the actual melody that we're going to be playing here, and I'm just going to get started with the right hand to keep it easy. So what we're going to be playing in the right hand is going to sound like this. Alright, so you see we start there on the C sharp, and then we walk down C sharp, B, A, and then we go down to F sharp and the lower C sharp. Now what you could do is you could, if you have big enough hands here, just put one finger on each key and play the melody like that. Now that might be a bit easier for you, but I would suggest breaking it down to these 2, I guess you could say, hand positions here. So this first hand position with the thumb on the A is where we're going to play C sharp, B, and A, and then I'm going to move my hand down. So now I'm going to play F sharp here with my middle finger and then go down to C sharp again on my thumb. And you'll see later in the song why that is so useful. So we play those 3 and then we go down for the last 2 notes. Alright, so now let's talk about the rhythm that we're playing right there. So these first 2 notes are actually pickup notes. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be counting to 4, but these first 2 notes are going to be actually be played on beat 4. So it sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. You see, we're starting there right before beat 1. Alright, so let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see there, what's going on there, we got those first two pickup notes that we just learned, 4 and 1, and then we count on beat 3, that's when we're going to be playing the F sharp. And then instead of playing this right on the next downbeat on beat 1, we're going to be playing it a little bit before, so on the and of the fourth beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. You really want to get that rhythm down really well because you're going to be playing it throughout the entire song, and we're eventually going to be playing it with both hands pretty soon actually. All right, so now that you got that down, let's take a look at the left hand there. So we're going to be starting here with the thumb again, and we're going to be saying A, G sharp, F sharp is going to be our first three notes. And that's going to be our first hand position there, and then we're going to change hand positions now, moving our thumb down to the D, and then the A is going to be our last note. So you see there, after those first three notes, that's when we move hand positions, just like before. We're playing the same rhythm as before. Let's count it out a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So once you can play both hands individually, the next step, of course, is going to be putting them together. And that can be kind of tricky, but don't worry, take your time with it, and you'll eventually be able to pick it up. So you see there, we're matching up here. And then after those first three notes, we move hand positions. Like that. So that transition there between this first position here to this next position is going to be the trickiest part for a lot of people. So spend a lot of time, making sure you're playing those first three notes all correctly and then moving down to your D and F sharp here. To help with that transition, it's good to use the pedal, because then you can still be hearing the sound as you move chords here. So hold the pedal, and then you hold the pedal here too. Hold the pedal. Because you see, as you hold the pedal there, it helps transition from one position here to this next position without leaving that kind of awkward gap of silence. But when you're practicing, I'd say make sure you get it down first without the pedal, and then build in the pedal. So that's without the pedal. It doesn't sound as good, but for practicing purposes, it can really be helpful. And then once you're comfortable with that and the hand positions, use the pedal to help you transition. All right, so now the last step to really make it sound like the original song here is to add in this little grace note right here, which is going to be this B, and we're going to be playing it right before we play this C sharp here. And we're just going to be playing it very lightly. It's not getting like a full beat, it's just going to be right before we go on to that C sharp. So just try to be as light as possible and just kind of use it to add a little bit of interest to that note there. And you see sometimes I like to do it there, going from that E to that F sharp as well. All right, and that's pretty much everything that you need to know to play this song. Now, I did also show you kind of this other more complicated piano part. That's totally optional, this part up here. Something like that. All that is, if you do want to try and learn that, is it's exactly the same. So if you just want to play up an octave sometimes, just to mix it up a little, but play the exact same thing, you can totally do that. But what I'm doing there is I'm just taking this, kind of these notes here, which are C sharp, E, A, and sometimes this lower A also, and I'm just kind of playing with them before going to this F sharp here. So those notes, and then go to the F sharp. You see, like that. And it's just kind of, you hear kind of that same melody in the song. It's kind of quiet in the background, but it's just a nice way to kind of mix it up, you know? Anyways, that's everything that you need to know to play this song. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching that video. I hope that helped you learn this song. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like and a comment and hit that subscribe button so you see all my videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.